It's time to take out the trash while getting loads of ZED time. Knowing how to act is great, but knowing how not to act can be even more helpful, so let's start there. I was initially under the impression that the Commando would only be useful against trash in KF2, as that's how I understood it in KF1. It looked like I was mistaken, and it was in fact good against everything. Just throw a few grenades towards a Scrake or Flesh Pound, empty your magazine into it, preferably at its head, and it's a goner. So what was the problem? The Commando could deal with everything, even if it took loads of bullets. But of course, that was the problem. It took too many bullets to deal with larger ZEDs, a waste of ammunition and time. In addition, even using grenades before shooting at such ZEDs, they would still survive the grenades, enrage, and then make it much harder for heavy hitters on my team to take them out. Even for some of the medium ZEDs, plus EDARs, it can still take too much ammunition and or grenades, so shooting at anything and everything was a no-go. From this, I could see that I wasn't getting as many kills or assists as the other commandos I played with. To make matters worse, I was enraging Scrakes and Flesh Pound, making it harder for my team to survive and take them out. Not only that, but I couldn't go into higher difficulties because my tactics just weren't able to hold up to tougher enemies. I finally realized that there was an issue with how I was playing, and I had to figure it out. Now knowing that the Commando could not in fact deal with everything, I felt it important to consider their passive bonuses, perk skills, and weapons. Starting off with the Commando, they will get increased perk weapon damage, increased reload speed, and recoil reduction with perk weapons, but then, what is most important for the Commando is that they can see enemy health bars and cloaked enemies, starting off at 10 meters at level 0, allowing them to determine which enemies will be the quickest to take down, combined with also calling out cloaked ZEDs to all team members. If you see them, everyone sees them, plus additional ZED time refreshes, starting off at 1. Try to get a kill on the easiest enemy to take down every 2.5 seconds or so after ZED time starts. If chained together properly, and if your Commando is level 25, you can increase ZED time to 20 seconds or more, very helpful for the ZED time skills of many other perks. As for their perk skills, before starting a match, choose these skills to give yourself 25% armor from the start, along with more ammo for your starting weapon. Now it's important to consider the rest of the Commando skills for the whole match. From the top, go for high capacity mags to allow you to kill more enemies per mag, useful during ZED time. Tactical reload will be unnecessary if you time when you reload correctly. Go for fall back so you can switch to another weapon if your primary runs out of ammo, also useful during ZED time. Greater stumble power tends to make it harder for yourself and other players to aim at enemies. Tenacious increases your survivability. You should not need the extra ammo from prepared if you manage your ammo correctly. Hollow point rounds makes all your perk weapons more effective, far more efficient than having a greater mag size from each lead, and lastly, ZED time machine gunner will allow you to extend ZED time far more effectively than ZED time tactician, being able to fire 3 times faster during ZED time whilst also dealing a bit more damage. We must now make the important consideration of going through the weapons you will use throughout the match. The Commando starts off with the AR-15, which can be fired in semi-auto or burst fire modes, but use it in semi-auto mode to save ammo and not have to reload as often, as one headshot will decapitate stalkers, crawlers, and all clot variants, except for the Rioter, as long as you're at least level 20 for Gorefasts. This makes this a solid starter weapon, and you can even sell it and rebuy it after wave 1 to save on ammo costs. You will also start with your HE grenades as well, which are important to cover, but I'll be quick. Use them against groups of small ZEDs if you are reloading or would not want to use ammo, or to start off your takedown of a large ZED should you need to take one down. A quick note on tier 2 weapons: the L85A2 is very solid, but you would not need it, and a lot of times you can just skip past tier 2 entirely, so let's talk about tier 3. The Mark 42BH is not great, even though it deals lots of damage per shot. It has longer reload times and a higher carry weight than most assault rifles. The M16M203 simply deals not that much damage per shot with the rifle, has limited spare ammo, and the M203's blast radius is too small, so that should not be considered. Instead, we must consider the AK-12. with this weapon dealing good damage per shot, able to one-shot some Zeds with just a body shot, having a decent rate of fire, even higher using burst fire, handy against medium and even large Zeds if the situation calls for it, and a base mag size of 30 for sustained fire. Watch out for its slow reload though, making sure to reload at the right time is essential. This is a good stepping stone to tier 4 weapons, and moving on to them now, we will start with the Stoner 63A LMG. Although it has a high mag capacity, it pales in comparison to other options, with a heavy weight, low base damage, high ammo cost, and very slow reload times, especially if reloading with rounds still in the mag. These rule it out as a viable option. Next, we have the Scar H, a solid option in this tier with high damage per shot, a fast reload speed, plus semi-auto and full auto fire modes. Use what works for you. It has got a limited base magazine capacity though, 20 rounds. This is mitigated by our perk skill choices. Moving on though, we must consider the best two options for the Commando when you get the DOSH, starting with the FNFAL. This is a cross-perk weapon shared with the Sharpshooter and deals the most damage per shot out of all Commando weapons, able to take out large Zeds even with its low mag size as long as you hit their head with most of the shots. The other weapon in this pair will be very important for most of your trash clearing, the HMTech 401. This weapon has a high base mag size, 40, lots of spare ammo, healing darts, high stumble and flinch power, and decent damage per shot with a balanced fire rate, perfect for extending Z time. It has got noticeable recoil though, and its DPS is not catered for taking on large Zeds. Have your teammates handle them while you clear up. So by the late game, you will want to have this pair of weapons for the best trash clearing and support. It's important we look at target priority now. Make sure to prioritize trash Zeds, as you can kill many of them with only a few shots from your weapons, even EDARs sometimes. This will help you conserve ammunition throughout the wave instead of wasting it on large Zeds. Make sure not to shoot at large Zeds the moment you see them, instead call them out so teammates using the right perks can take them down instead. You are only to target them if the heavy hitters have not dealt with them promptly, and say they have broken through your lines for example. We have to refocus now, as when it gets to the boss wave, no matter which boss you're up against, you must, once again, prioritize trash Zeds and enemies the boss spawns in to keep them off of teammates that can deal more damage to the boss than you. Only fire at the boss if there are no other enemies around. With this weapon, you should also heal teammates when you can, if they are not being healed by a medic. Your ability to detect cloaked Zeds can also show the location of certain bosses, the Patriarch and Matriarch, to your team whenever they cloak. So now you know how to be the best Commando you can, but how are you going to deal with Hans Volta? Check out this video to find out the best strategy to beat him. Until next time, goodbye for now.